Hey guys, it's Steve, and today we'll be looking at the Leo PTA. Now that's a tier 9 German medium tank, which its main feature is having an insane gun. It's basically a glass cannon. Now, the initial part of the video will actually be discussing the thing which many people do and doesn't work out, which is pushing the hill on mines with mines. Now, as you can see, the EBR went full in without any regard of his life and obviously died. And me as well, I'm a big fan of the hill because it gives you so many options of doing damage. It's really hard to resist. But as I saw that the only one who was fast enough to get to the hill was the EBR. And behind me, nobody was really following. And the enemy tanks, if we have counting skills, were like 4 or 5. So going up a hill would have been reckless and we would have died without achieving anything. And plus we're top tier, so that would have been a big disadvantage for my team if I died. Now one more big thing with, in regards to pushing the mines is that when you're top tier specifically, you feel invincible and like you feel overconfident. And overconfidence is a big no-no in this game because you can get killed so easily, especially when you're playing light armor tanks such as the Leo. So if I died being top tier, that would have put my team on an insane disadvantage, and this match would have been it would have been already 4-0 for the enemy team. So that would have been pretty bad. It's already 3-0 and many of our tanks are gonna perish uselessly, such as the EBR. So basically now what we're gonna do is snipe from a vac. And if you're wondering why didn't I go to maybe the T55A area, well, that's because the T54 can snipe the T55, and I think RT can also loop shells up there, but I'm not sure from the A1. And now if your RT was smart and used some counting skills, he probably would have relocated to B1 or C1 behind the rock there, where he could safely loop shots wherever he wanted to. C1, by the way, is OP for RTs, especially if you have like good defense in the mini island to the left. And the SP1C is easily gonna spot any threats. So if the RT feels threatened, he can easily fall back. And in addition, actually, the RT, since the batch at 12T, which was the only member who could actually efficiently spot him, died, the RT could feel super safe. Now anyways, we racked up 2.4 damage, and was mostly like, we're not making any phenomenal plays here. I mean, the enemies are making mistakes and we're just punishing. We punished a couple of times the T44, but Defender threw his HP away. We got like, I think 900 HP out of him. And basically staying alive is gonna guarantee us to do a lot of damage. And sometimes staying alive is the most important thing. Even in other scenarios, imagine like the enemies are not making a mistake on this map. You still don't want to throw your life away because every tank counts, despite being like bottom tier or like anything actually. But T54, well, he actually fell. I thought he he fell. He probably got too aggressive on top of a hill and he fell off. But anyways, sometimes staying alive is the best place. You don't have to make insane plays right at the beginning. Sometimes it's important to let the enemies make a mistake. And that's what the enemy is doing. And we're slowly coming back into the match. It was 3-0 under, now it's 5-6 under. The tanks are evening out and we're still full on HP and we're gonna rack 3k of damage without breaking a sweat. So it was just that initial play of like, okay, it's not worth to commit despite me being a top tank, a really good gun. We can take like tier 7 2 to 3 shots to take out. Like, yes, we are really powerful, but we're not invincible. So staying alive now and making the right plays often leads to you winning the match. So that is the difference. Like, honestly, I found myself, I'm like 2,700 winning, but the difference between me and the 3,000 win it is the decision making. Yes, when like everything goes right, I can rack up insane amount of damage. But yeah, my decision making when I start to 3 mark, you can notice, like, that's why I haven't marked tier 10s yet. Like, yes, I marked tier 8s and tier 9s, but that's because the enemy opponents make more mistakes. Tier 10s, I reached the 90th percentile, but it's not enough to reach the 95%, because my decision making is not as optimal as the top players on EU, or in WOT in general. So this player right here, people might think, oh, he's camping with a top tier. This is the right call. This is the unicum call, the good call. Now you can say I'm being arrogant, but it's actually true. Because if it went, this match would be by far over because we managed to rack 3.6 kills and 1k assist already, which is a lot. So anyways, now I've been babbling a lot, but here comes the interesting part. I decided to commit on the SP1C and ran him to death. I loaded the HP, and I actually hoped I would have killed him with a ram, but I actually don't, which is unfortunate. He's going to actually put another shot into me, but I finished. Now why did I decide to kill the SP1C? Well, because he was going to start getting side shots on the E75, as well as the Super Hellcat. Now notice that the Super Hellcat is like on 500 HP, and Artie's going to do a marvelous job. He takes him out, which is phenomenal. That is really good. I even typed oof in the chat, and nice, because that was really crucial, because our E75 had to live. And this play, in my regards, was pretty important, because the E75 staying alive is crucial for having spots on the hill, because he's proxy spotting the T92 and the IS, if the IS gets too close. Now unfortunately our T55A takes us out, meaning that we're the only tier 9 tier 9 tank in the game. Yes, the RT doesn't count. So I'm gonna push the wreck a bit of a Scorpion to get like a mini defense if possible, but it's really not gonna work out. Anyways, we spotted all the vehicles, I think. That's 1, 2, yeah, we spotted 5 vehicles, we're all on the hill, which leaves the mini island to the left pretty open. So what I'm gonna do is, I think a T92 is gonna make a mistake, so I'm just waiting and camping it out here. Not really taking any chances now. If you think that I didn't account for Udis hitting me, I did, but I just thought it was worth it, like taking those 2 tanks out, because the E75 is actually really crucial for us to win this game. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, for now. I think I actually finally decide to commit to the left side, but I'm not sure yet. Anyways, the Udis now is actually the biggest threat, but the E75 spots the T92, and I low-key hoped I was going to get a shot in retreat, but he's actually behind the rock, which I'm not sure if that was his purpose, but if it is, great play, because he shielded himself from me, and he's taking the E75 slowly out. So I'm going to hit one on the move, and I'm going to try and shield myself from the artillery, because I'm terrified from the artillery. If he hits me, I'm going to lose a lot of damage. So I'm going to shoot the T92, I make a rookie mistake, auto-aiming like that for no reason. Yes, the wheel can actually surprisingly hit targets on the move, but that was just going to make me lose so much HP. But Udis hits me, I'm going to auto-aim this one. I hit him, which is really important because I don't have no threats from above. And 181 HP, he almost puts one into me, but I get really lucky. And I'm going to make a really crucial hit on the T92, which makes it a 12v12. Now, not an optimal play, but I honestly can't complain that the Udis shot was clutch. The T92 second shot was clutch, because if I missed that one, he would have killed me just because of his insane DPM. So, overall, if I had to rate the 1v2, I'm going to give it like a 7 out of 10. I could have had like an extra 150 HP. Anyways, so now what I decided to, well, we see the 112 is up on the hill, and the IS is camping at E8. So what I decided to go for RT. Now taking the RT out would actually free my play a lot, because I wouldn't have to every time I get spotted hide from the artillery, which is honestly like, well, every tank now is my biggest threat because I'm a one-shot for everyone. But the RT can get me, of course, in places where no other tank can. So I'm going to the, the usual A1 area to see if he's there, or the A2 area. But the Scorpion actually pings to the city being artillery. Now I make another stupid mistake, which is entering the cap, because I just let my enemies know, okay, I'm in the cap, come at me, which is totally, like, just looking at it back is just makes me angry. So anyways, I'm gonna try and snapshot the IS, was it? But 112, my bad. But I actually don't. So I'm actually gonna do a sneaky move. I'm gonna fake I'm going back So the 112 rushes at me from C4, and I'm gonna camp the corner to see if he actually is gonna make that mistake. So I'm gonna wait here for a couple of seconds, I believe, and see if he's gonna make a mistake. But he will turn out, spoiler alert, he actually won't do this. So anyways, guys, another tip. If you're like in these situations, never enter the cap unless you mean to cap, because you're gonna let your enemy know, okay, I'm in the cap, and like it puts you in a disadvantages because you don't know where the enemy is. You just know where he was last spotted, but he knows exactly where you are. So that was just a rookie mistake from my part. Anyways, we're gonna go up the hill because the 112 wasn't spotted, and I went slowly into the bushes to see if I would outspot him, because chances are I'm gonna spot him before he spots me. So anyways, we're gonna go up on the hill and try to spot the IS from below. I think at that time I was thinking the 112 was going down the hill, and I spot the Wuzet, and I bounce in, and I'm like praying he doesn't hit me, and he doesn't hit me, and I'm super happy about that. So I'm gonna closely aim at this one, make sure it's gonna be a miss, but the RT actually helps me out. So like I got lucky, but I got unlucky at the same time, basically, so it kind of evens it out. Anyways, I was low-key hoping the RT would not hit Wuzet, because that would have been a kill, and that would have put me like in the potential of getting 8 kills, and I think it was the Pools medal or the Radley Waters, I'm not sure, one of the two, you know what I mean. So anyways, I'm looking for the RT because Scorpion said he was last spotted there, but I don't manage to spot him. So by now I'm wondering where the IS is. So the last time the IS was spotted was at F4. So what I'm gonna do is really quickly try to spot here to see if he's going for the artillery, and he's not. So I'm just gonna go down and probably try to isolate. I'm gonna try to isolate the artillery, which would help us out. So anyways, we're going. He said our Scorpion was spotted at D8, but unfortunately the IS pulls out a pro move and actually takes me out like that, which is pretty unfortunate. I was kind of, how people call it, heartbroken, right? Heartbreak. Yeah, this was kind of a heartbreak at the end. Doing perfect tactical decisions right until the end, entering the cap, and yeah, but entering the cap was just a rookie mistake. And then the 1v2 could have been better, but like the initial decision of not going up the hill, that was perfect. That was absolutely perfect. So anyways, the artillery is in a 1v2. They're both one shots, so I'm low-key hoping he's gonna pull this off, but we're gonna have an RT standoff. Who's gonna be better? And their 212A proves to be the superior clicker, let's say. But congrats to the 212 for moving, actually, because I would have killed him and the match might have had a different role. So respect for the artillery. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. I think this one was pretty instructive regarding how to approach mines, and I hope you take care.